Hello there, everyone. Hopefully, you all can hear me. Oh, good gravy. I will get used to going live again at some point very soon. It is a trip and a half. It's like you would think I had never gone live ever before. Like I didn't know how this worked. I really need to do better. All right, let me see here. So there we go, and let me make sure. Okay, wait, guys, wait, hold on. And let's mute that. All right, here we go. Okay, so now I can see your chat over here on the iPad. I have a little bit too much technology going on. How is everybody doing today? Hello, Cericia and Marie. Hello, Ann Jeanette and Artsy Girl. Hello. Hey, hey, Anna. Hello. Listen, I was having a tantrum too, okay? We're all just having tantrums together. Together. All right. All right. So we're here tonight. We're going to let things kind of settle in and let the notifications go out. But we're here to talk about the spring equinox. And I'm kind of enjoying the fact that now that I'm okay. Well, you're not going to. There we go. There. Hopefully we won't freeze tonight. Hey, Allie, how are you? And Joanna and Alban and Mercury, hello. Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot how much fun this was, guys. I forgot how much fun this was. Okay. So, hopefully, nothing freezes and everything just works. I think I've got my settings right. I want to go on and you forgot how to do the dishes today, Anna? Good Lord, help us all. It's not that bad yet. Not that bad yet. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put a link in here. So this is my Linktree link, so you can find me on all the socials. I will bop over there and make a TikTok video a little bit later on today, I think before the night's over. We're going to get back on the tiki-talkie, and we're going to start doing some Instagram stuff. So here is find me and work with me. So here we go. PS, and then we've got the Linktree link, and on that Linktree, you are going to be able to not only find all my other socials, but you are also going to be able to find a link to book a 15-minute call with me to discuss the masterclass / the certification course that I have going for spiritual counseling and energy healing practitioner. It can be both. If you don't need the certification, but you just want the knowledge, that's totally cool. But basically what we're doing is we're getting light workers just like yourselves launched into their purpose. I'm going to, I'll go through and teach you and certify you, okay, in spiritual counseling, energy work of all manners, just about all, and set you up so that basically you get started on your career, because there is that career part of it, right? There is the career part. There is the career part of being in this work, okay? Hey, Justice, good to see you. There is that career part. Also, you'll find a link to my website, and I'm really focusing right now on the Akashic record readings. So if you get some time in my schedule, I am doing those Akashic and Galactic record readings. We are doing some other just general regular readings and some Reiki, but I find myself focusing really on the Akashic records. So you are going to be able to do that as well. But if you want a career like I have, in doing the light work, if you want your purpose to be able to provide for your person, then I need you to click that Linktree link. I need you to book a 15-minute call with me, and let's see if enrollment in Lightworker Academy works for you. Okay? All right, loves. All right. So we are here again to talk about today, the spring equinox. And as all of you guys know, or you should know, the equinox is a week from today. So 1 week from today, we will have what's called the vernal or the spring equinox. And, the day will be half daylight, half darkness, half nighttime. It's equally divided, 12 hours and 12 hours. It is the beginning of spring in the third dimension. It is also the beginning of the astrological year, the zodiac year. And it is the time that we look forward to, at least now I do even more so. I look forward to this time for the rebirth and for the beginnings, like the new beginnings. It's kind of like my day to say, oh my gosh, we are really doing the darn thing. We're having a new beginning. And it's the time where I really focus in and say, these are the dreams. These are the fifth dimensional realities. Really, your dreams are your fifth dimensional realities. Your dreams are those things way out here that in the ethers, as we've been talking about the 7 Hermetic principles on the Sunday Soul podcast. So go check that out. We're 3 weeks into it, introduction, first and second principle. Those things in the ethers that when we apply the Hermetic principles to, we become our own alchemist, and then we create the reality. Okay, so the dreams are what your reality should be made of. Dreams are what your third dimensional life should be. Now, those are the things that those aspirations or those, hey, I've seen myself out here being a Reiki master. I've seen myself out here helping women or men or children that are suffering or have suffered narcissistic personality disorder, abuse, right? The empaths. I see myself out here helping people as they're going through their awakening process. All of those things, those are dreams, right, that are meant to be brought into this reality. And springtime is so very significant of that type of resurrection of that which has died into a new form. So if some of you may or may not know, but if you've studied, for example, Egyptian mythology, Egyptian spirituality, the god Osiris about this time of year was brought back from the dead, resurrected, but in a new form. He wasn't the original Osiris. He was remembered and then he was brought back into life, but he was in a different form. Right around this time is when we also have the discussion, right? Usually Easter is close to this time, but Easter came way, way, way later. There are a whole lot of other resurrection gods, goddesses, mythologies, spiritualities, stories, consciousnesses, if you will. There was a number of different consciousnesses that all point to a time of rebirth. This is a time for miracles. Okay? Springtime is the time for miracles. Hey, Lilian, how are you? Hey, Mystical. The time for miracles. It is a miracle for life to begin. If you think about, conception, right? If you think about conception, the reality, even when it's accidental, so to speak, the reality, hey, Julie, the reality is that it takes a lot. A lot has to happen at the exact right time for a new life to be formed. First of all, right? There has to, the egg has to be at a certain place at a certain time in its genesis, if you will, and it's traveling down, and sperm has to be at a certain place at a certain time. Everything has to be exactly right. It's a miracle we still have children. I mean, let's just be real. And then it's even more of a miracle the miracle of childbirth for a woman to hold this child and throughout the gestation period, or a mammal period, any animal, but I'm just going to talk about human beings, because if usually we have one, maybe two, maybe three at the most, but usually it's just one child at a time. And for her to carry that to term and bear a healthy child, we take that for granted. But if you look at the anatomy, the physiology, the biology of bearing children from conception to birth, it is nothing short of a massive miracle. And so springtime, with its fertility and birth, rebirth, resurrection, because think about it, egg and spermatozoa both die to become a human being, or to become a cat or a dog, whatever, animal. But these two entities die, feminine and masculine, come together, and in that coming together, they cease to be an individual entity, an energy in and of themselves. They die to self and then reform and then are reborn. So this is the time of year, and in this spring equinox especially, in this time especially, Allie Kane, I'm chuckling for those watching the replay if don't have the live chat playing, because Allie Kane Taylor's spiritual journey is talking about there's been a lot of baby talk, and it's haunting her. I think it's because it's time for you to be reborn, Miss Allie Kane. Hey, Joanna. So in this springtime, especially in the Spring Equinox 2021, I was looking at earlier today, and I actually last night and into this morning, and I was like, Spirit, what do you want me to talk about this week? Last week we finally finished all the tarot, and I said, what do you want me to talk about this week? And then it came to me this morning to talk about the spring equinox, and then through the rest of the week, we're going to talk about the equinox by sign, okay, for each sun sign. Probably moon as well. But at this time, it's really meant for us this is a beautiful moment for us to say, what is that divine feminine, that dream, that promise? Women, so the feminine side of creation carries the promise of new life, and the masculine side carries the passion. And when the passion meets the promise, you have conception. When the passion meets the promise, you have conception. What are you conceiving? And we're going to talk at this spring equinox about making your dreams, manifesting your dreams, making your dreams come true, making your dreams real, manifesting your dreams quickly. That is the theme of this equinox as I look at the transits. Yes, we do have to protect the child with our light. Yes, we do. We'll get into that, darlings. Okay. Ooh, I haven't frozen. Y'all, can we just say hallelujah? Can we just have a praise break for just a minute? Because the video has not frozen. Okay. Here's the chart. I did blow it up a little bit. Hopefully you all can see this good. We do have Capricorn and Sagittarius up here at the top. Remember, we do have the North and South node in that axis. Now, hey, Phenomenal Phoenix, how are you? Welcome. Welcome to all the newcomers. All right. So we have, okay, here we go. For those of you that might remember, I used to do this way a long time ago, so we're going back to the old school. Okay, we have Sagittarius and Capricorn up at the top here. The South node is in Sagittarius, the North node is in Gemini. So, and the north and the south node axis stays in these opposing signs for about a year. So and it's been that way since well, it's going to be a little bit more than a year, I think. Since last July, did they move? Maybe a little bit later than that. So we've got I want to talk about that north and south node axis real quick. With the south node being in Sagittarius, that's mutable fire, right? And Sagittarians come up with their big Jupiter energy. Big Jupiter energy. Hey, Steph, how are you, lovey? And so with that big mutable energy and that big Jupiter energy, there's a lot of like, oh, let's do. But there can also be I'm not sure. I want everybody to come along with me and do. Right? So there's that mutable passion. The passions might not stick. So in our example, with the timing might be off a little bit. So we're kind of collectively are kind of falling back into the passions that we know and falling back into that concept and that belief system of course we can do anything, but not sure how to do it. And if we're not very sure how to do it, we might not really try it. The North Node in Gemini says, you bet your bottom bippy we can do anything, and we're going to do it. And this is how we're going to do it. So it's a lot of fast moving energy. But Geminis do tend to just go on and leap. I know. My son's a Gemini. My granddaughter, Princess Pickles, is a Gemini. My first love was a Gemini. I have quite a few Geminis in my circle, and I love my Geminis because they give me such great inspiration and such great energy. Very charismatic, just as Sagittarians are. Very charismatic. Y'all could sell ice to Eskimo, building it, and his igloo is already built, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? So you all could do anything. You could talk anybody into anything. You can motivate people to do whatever it is. I'm going to need you to motivate yourself. I want all of us to be a little Gemini this spring equinox. Have a little Gemini in our blood. Why? Because if you believe it, if you can say it, if you can think it, go back to the Hermetic principles, go back to the first principle, the principle of mentalism. Everything is mental. Everything is thought. The question is, are you only going to think with the third dimensional mind, or are you going to think with your higher dimensional mind? I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Tamika. Now, here we go. At the equinox, the Sun and Venus are going to be conjunct. They're within a hair of a degree. This is happening in Aries. This is showing that Venus might be a little bit more towards Pisces, but if I'm looking at this correctly, let me see. The Sun conjunct Venus at 1 degree and 12 seconds. So the Sun is indeed conjunct Venus at 1 degree in Aries. What is this saying? This is as if you were being born on the day of the equinox. This is as if you were being born on that day. This is kind of a moon chart, a birth chart for the moon, if you will. So the moon on this day is going to start off in Gemini and end up the majority of the day in Cancer. We'll talk about that in a minute. But that Sun and Venus in Aries, right, being conjunct, really says to me You absolutely have to tap in to that deep self-love. You have to tap in to who you really are at your core. This is a time for us to get real with ourselves. This is a time for us to be real confident and soak up that beautiful energy of inner power in the solar plexus and heart power in the heart chakra, and allow our sacral chakra to be ignited with the passion of production, with the passion of purpose, with the passion of desire to live our best life. Thank you so much, Gambler. Thank you. Hey, you and your feelings. Do you see what I'm saying? At this equinox, the day when the daytime and the nighttime are equal, there is no more day than night, no more night than day. You can see clearly in the daytime and you can feel purely at the nighttime. It is equal. So all things being equal, what is the burning desire deep down inside your belly? What is the burning desire that has been rolling around in your heart that you've dared not to speak or you've dared not to believe that you could actually achieve? I'm going to need you to tap into that coming up on this equinox. You know, we set that new moon intention so that we could tap into what our dreams were and listen to our higher self as it speaks to spirit, as it speaks to creator, as it speaks to the universe, as it speaks to God. It speaks to the all and it communicates, because you're one with the all and the all is one with you. You're one with the I am and the I am is one with you. So who are you? Aries is all about who am I? I am. Aries, that's Aries mantra, is I am. So I'm going to need you to be I am Venus, I am love, I am light, I am beauty. I am that which creates and motivates and comforts, right? But also guides and cherishes and nurtures. And then once I am prepared, I go into the world. I need you to tap into that male or female, your divine feminine energy that is the I am of the creator. The energy of creation is within you, inbred, inborn, incarnated within you. I am. On the equinox, who are you? I am that I am. When you can possess the I am, when you, hey Sharon, when you can possess the I am power, when you can possess the I am consciousness and allow that to be resurrected within you, this is when you are reborn, recreated, and come out as a resurrected being full of power and of might, full of creative capabilities, abilities, and full of love. Love is the creative power. Love is the creative frequency. When you can come out as the I am being, everything that is within your realm that you can see must follow and fall into your reality. What realm are you looking in? Are you looking in the Piscean Neptune with Mercury and Pisces in that 12th house? Because technically, if I were to draw houses here, if I were to draw a house here, that's a horrible line. Understand that. This technically would be 12th house energy right about here. The 12th house would be right about there. So this means that this is all dealing in the subconscious. So this is from the perspective if the moon was being born on the equinox. Okay? The moon being born on the equinox, that's what this chart is representing. If that's the case, then this would be a 12th house sun with 12th house Venus, 12th house Neptune, and 12th house Mercury. This is all about what is in your subconscious and what has been in your past life. This is why I keep talking about resurrection, because all of this 12th house energy with an Aries rising, all of this 12th house-ish energy, so we would really be 12th house cusp. Let's just say that that's where the sun would technically be first house. So let me undo a couple of things here because I don't want to confuse people here and then have people say, she's wrong. So we're going to make the first house. Let me see if I can do this well. Let's make the first house here because it would be just about right here. And that didn't help. And the 12th house, right? This 12th house thought process, this 12th house Mercury is your past life. The 12th house Mercury is your subconscious. I'm asking you in your first house rising, we'll bring this into the first house rising, I'm asking you to go back to the past, back to the future. This is about resurrecting the aspects that you have left behind throughout eternity. I need you to go back and get that because a lot of you have been littering eternity with a lot of different aspects of yourself and you've not remembered who and what you were. You've not remembered it. You can't recall it. Okay, go back and get it. Neptune at home in Pisces is all about that illusion, the dream, the other realities, the other realms. Mercury in Pisces in the 12th house is saying, can you... Do you know what song just came to me? Michael Jackson's Remember the Time. So can you remember the time? Ooh, and that was a whole Egyptian... They gave us Egyptian teas and that, right? They gave us the Egyptian teas. It was all Egyptian, was that whole video. Can you remember the time when we fell in love? Can you remember the time when you loved yourself? Can you remember that time? Can you remember the time when you knew who you were? Can you remember the time when you walked this earth in power and in might? Can you remember the time when you knew how to create? You knew how to tap in to your spirituality because you weren't so overblown with technology. Can you or religion? Can you remember that? Can you go back and remember that time? There's a reason why we're going back and touching and listening to what our ancestors had to teach, because we have got to reclaim who we are. And I guarantee you that when you reclaim who you are, who you will be in the future will happen a lot faster, a lot cleaner, and a lot stronger. So remember who you are. So I'm going to ask you to go back and bring back those aspects. There are a lot of you that have walked this earth as a star seed for millennia. For millennia. A lot of you that are going to listen to this, some of you may or may not. But a lot of you that are listening to this, if you really allowed yourself to go back in time at this equinox, you would literally remember being a spiritual powerhouse in lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Bring it back. The quicker you remember and put your members back together, the quicker you're going to manifest. So how do we manifest quickly? The first thing is fall in love with ourselves. The second thing is fall in love with the promise and the purpose, and understand you can in fact carry it to term. Now, we got that going on. Over here, we have Uranus in Taurus, and that is directly sextiling by degree Venus in Pisces. What is that saying? That would be second house energy. That's that ruled by Venus. I have. What you have is still changing. What you have right now is needing to and wanting to make a revolutionary change in your world. What you have right now can be flipped on a dime, and you can have what you want, but you need to believe in yourself and possess the I am energy. I agree with you, gambler. What you have right now is subject to change in a revolutionary, evolutionary way. Your day-to-day today, your daily today should not look the same as your daily a month from now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now. It should not look the same if you're going to tap into this energy. You tap into this energy, you really become in love with and allow the resurrection of the I am presence within, the divinity that is within, the basis for the Hermetic principles. If you thought being a divine being just came around in the last couple 3,000, 6,000 years or what have you, you're sorely and sadly mistaken. That principle has been here from the dawning of time, because we were created in their image and their likeness. We are all aspects. We are all pieces. We are all portions. We are all offshoots. We are all children of the divine. Now, it's time to resurrect that divine energy and time to resurrect that creator and creative energy. Can we stop calling this manifestation? I'm going to talk about that too this week. I'm going to talk about the difference between the words of manifestation and creation, because manifestation is something that's done in the dark and creation is something that's done in the light. And we really need to stop making this such a big deal on how we can create our reality and manifest. Manifestation doesn't need to be hard. Manifestation doesn't need to feel like you're stealing something and you just stole something out the cookie jar and, oh my goodness, I finally just got it manifested. No, can you just create on purpose? I know some of us, hello, I'm one of them, did not choose to have her kids. Well, one was planned. The other two were not. So that's one of them accidental creations, unplanned creations. I want us to plan the pregnancies. Hey, CA. I want us to plan the pregnancy. Can we do that, please? YouTube going to be like, what is this woman talking about? Any Husenheimer. I won't be long. Can we plan it at the equinox? This is the time for fertility, of rebirth, of miracles. Can you plan your pregnancy? Okay. So here we are. We have Uranus and Taurus. I have. What do you want? What have you been seeking to I wish I had my other camera here that I could show y'all. What have you been seeking to manifest with or create? With what are your intentions you set at that new moon? Did y'all make your new moon grids? If you didn't make them, it's still okay. Make them now. Set your intention. What was your intention? Your intentions should be disruptive to your daily routine. They should be something that you are not right now doing. At least not to the magnitude that you're doing it right now. And I'm going to propose to you that since Mercury is sitting in the subconscious mind, that your current I have, or the I have on the spring equinox, should begin to mirror what you used to have back in the day when you remember the time. I have, hey sellers, I have is Uranus Uranus and Taurus. That's what I have. That's the mantra for Taurus, second house energy. I have. Second house energy, I have. Should be what your subconscious mind or your higher self is thinking of. And that needs to be brought down into fixed earth reality. You bring the 12th house subconscious thought I have into second house fixed earth reality. It is going to sprout up so fast when you add the love and the compassion, when you add the love and the passion, because we've got Venus in Aries. It's not necessarily very comfortable in Aries. Why? Because Aries is big, blankety blank energy. Aries is rather on the aggressive side. Aries is you got what I need energy, right? It's come here, baby. You know, it might do a little turn down the lights, light a candle. But there's going to be some passion going on in a minute. Okay, so it's a little aggressive. It's a very masculine energy. However, Venus is ready to be pregnant with promise so she can bring forth and bear fruit. Hey, naturally divine. Y'all got in there. Y'all coming in here on something. Y'all don't even know y'all like, what in the world did I walk into on this here live? Okay, here we go. Next up, we have Mars pretty much conjunct the North Node in Gemini. That, beloveds, is trining the Sun and Venus in Aries. It is squaring this, energy. Let me undo this. This energy over here, undo. This energy over here, Venus and Neptune, it's squaring that energy. While it's sextiling or trining, sextiling, not trining, sextiling Aries, Venus and the Sun in Aries, sextiling Venus and Sun in Aries, and squaring Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. Why is that important? That's big third house energy. That's that. Oh yeah, we could do whatever it is. We got star. Well, please. It is trining this energy up here. Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, which we haven't even talked about yet, which is also sextiling the Sun and Venus. Now let's talk about this big energy here. Because the person, I'm sticking more so to the personal planets down here, because this is really a personal choice. Are you going to choose to allow the seed that has been germinated, that has been fertilized, to finally sprout up over the spring, over 2021? Remember, this is the year of challenge. Are you going to challenge yourself to finally sprout, or are you just going to stay buried in the dirt? I'm going to ask that question. Are you going to decide this spring, the challenge for you is in this 5-year, 2021 is a 5-year, it's a year of growth, of challenge, of change? Are you going to decide to allow the seed that over all of this time now, it has been fertilized, germinated, it's been watered, they got some sunlight and it has the wind blow over it, and you've been waiting around in the wintertime and you've been chilling and it's been, ooh, okay, we're growing. Yep. We're growing, we're thinking about it, we're doing it. And some of y'all have actually started to sprout up a little bit early, and that's fine. But some of y'all are sitting around waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for. So this is a challenging moment within yourself. Are you going to take the chance and finally glow up? Or are you going to let it pass you by? Now, there's a lot that has to happen in a metamorphosis manner for a seed to turn into a seedling as it's germinated and then break through the ground. And that Gemini, that Mars in Gemini, big blankety blank energy is saying, well, listen, because sextiles are like cousins. So I know all y'all got that good cousin that y'all be plotting and planning, and y'all make stuff happen, won't y'all? Y'all will make it happen. You come up with an idea, cuz says, you know what, cuz, that could work, but let me tweak a little bit. What you think about tweaking it a little bit here? You say, you know what, cuz, that's awesome. What if we add this here? And and you bring it together, and finally it's like, boosh, it take off. That's that Mars sextiling the Sun and Venus. So that's that you got what I need. That's that, baby, come here. That's that, that's that make it last forever. That's that, oh goodness. Here I am, baby. Come and take me. That's the Al Green right there, okay? That's some Al Green, some Teddy Pendergrass. That's what that is. Now, if I knew any country folks, I'd name them too, but I didn't grow up on country, so y'all just gonna have to deal with Teddy and deal with Al. That's little Retha, she the chain of fools. She's in that chain of fools, and she just can't help it. The only one that could ever teach her was the son of a preacher man. That's that Mars and Gemini talking real sweet to her. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You gonna do that, and you gonna follow up behind it, and you gonna go on and get it done. Y'all gonna run off into the sunset together. And that Mars in Gemini energy is challenging that Mercury in Pisces to say, are you going to get up off the dime or what? Man, we've been thinking about this and dreaming about this in so long. Well, I'm sorry for you, Mystical. I'm going to be your cousin, okay? You've been thinking about Al Green. Lord have mercy. I'm going to have to go listen to me some Al Green evidently because he on my mind. He's talking about he's been thinking about you all day long, all night long. So how long are you going to think about it and dream about it, and when you going to finally do it? And that's that Mars and Gemini. Like, listen, I got some great ideas, but we got to act fast. We don't have time for you to be sitting around playing Hammond and Horn and trying to figure it out, Neptune and Pisces. We got to act fast. You know exactly what we need to do, so I'm going to tell you to come on, let's do it. Now, that's also trining or in full-fledged agreement with Saturn and Jupiter up there in Aquarius saying, hey guys, this is the new structure. Here are all the wonderful gifts. Here are all the wonderful abilities. Here we have the expansion of the universe. The collective is here, and we're waiting for you to take your place, for you to come along and ride on this light worker voyage. I got a new theme song coming out for y'all. Yes, get up now. Yes. Come on now. Let's do this. That's that Saturn and Jupiter energy. They're firing up a party now where they ain't arguing, fussing, and fighting, and they ain't over there in Capricorn no more. And they're like, okay, we cool now. Because, Saturn was feeling itself over there in Capricorn. It ran the show, hunty. And Jupiter was like, I'm so glad to get up out of there. I'm so glad to get up out your house. I could wait to get up out your house. Now you're going to see what's over here. You're going to have to act a little different. And Saturn cooled its jets. This has to happen. I see Liliana. Yes, it is speedy. Time is of such little consequence that it's speeding up because we're coming to the point where time must fold in on itself and it must cease to exist in the iteration that it is right now as we transcend and go into fifth density. So the question is, this Mars in Gemini is pretty happy because it's like, okay, look, usually I like being up there in Aquarius. I was burdened down in that goddamn Taurus, wouldn't let me have no fun. So I'm happy to be here in Gemini before I go to a detriment down there in Cancer. So let me hurry up and let's help you make some decisions. And let's do this now. This is all the spring equinox. All of this is coming together. We're going to talk about the moon here in a real quick second. All of this now is coming together as the perfect cocktail concoction, the perfect energetic soil for you to sprout your dreams quickly, manifest or create your dreams quickly. You're going to go back and grab the past and all of that information you needed back there and those abilities. You're going to add that to the inner love that you're feeling and the respect for yourself and add that into I can and I am. You're going to be willing to upset your apple cart and your daily routine so that you can live at this higher level in this higher fashion. And you're going to understand where you are in the collective and finally make this decision to do it. This can all happen. And we're going to add the water to it. Now, I know y'all are like, well, what's Pluto doing up here chilling? Pluto up there chilling. Okay, it's still trining Uranus down here in Taurus, but Pluto's like, listen, I did my personal transformation stuff last year. Y'all, I can't be messing with y'all right now. I'm going to chill back here. Okay, now we're going to talk about the moon. There you go, Mystical. Let's talk about the moon. Moon in Gemini. Let me go to the moon in Gemini. Hold on. The moon in Gemini. I have all these things that I typed up. The moon in Gemini manifests itself by the need for changes and spontaneity. So at the beginning of the day, in the wee hours of the morning on the equinox, it'll be kind of that last little bastion of, okay, we're going to do this. We got this. Y'all, we got this. Okay. All right, we got it. And then as it moves into Cancer for the remainder of the day, the moon in Cancer is that now you're going to internalize that and take it and make this your new home. This is fourth house energy. This is all about your home. What is your spiritual, metaphysical home? Where is it? And I need you to bring it from the ethers and make it your home here on earth. Your perception of the world, because it is water, is subjective. So you can either remain subjugated to the current situation, or you can elevate yourself and subjectively decide, not objectively through third dimensional logic, but subjectively through higher dimensional energy you set in motion or emotions, to take all of this that I've been talking about all this time and add your life force to it and bring it into reality and make it your home. Create and recreate your spiritual home. Whew. The doors of the church are now open. It is the 21st. The equinox is on March the 21st. Want to be starting something? There you go, Liliana. All right, y'all. All right, Joanna. I love that. Whew. Okay. I appreciate y'all long enough tonight. It's very possible. It's very possible. Y'all, I really, really want to, at some point I need to bring back the call-in number. Okay. So this week, what we're going to do is we are going to discuss, I'm going to do some Astro Tarot for the equinox by sun sign. And at some point also during this week, we'll have a little discussion. I want to pop up a teaching about creation versus manifestation. That actually might end up being a quick webinar. I'm not sure. But I want to talk about that too. So all this week, guys, I want you to really, again, I want you to be meditating and automatic writing, or writing down what you see, what you hear in your meditation time, what you dream, all of these things. And I want you to write them down. And if you have the freedom, if you're allowed to put some of that into the comments here, please do so. If you have the freedom to do that, I really would appreciate it. We'll probably have a manifestation party here very soon, and we'll probably do that on the equinox. I think we're going to do something for the equinox. I haven't decided what. In the meantime, in between time, I want you all to, go in the pinned comments. If you're here, go in the pinned comments and book a 15-minute call with me. If you feel like what you're called to is to do spiritual counseling and or energy healing in some form or fashion, that can be anything from tarot reading to astrology to Reiki to shamanism to, energy is energy. And so Lightworker Academy has been started for that purpose. So that's the first offering that we have is and I think some of my students are in here, is that spiritual counseling and energy healing practitioner certification. For those of you that don't know, I have secured my double doctorate in divinity and in metaphysics. So Lightworker Academy, those certifications will be signed by myself. So check out the link tree, and you can book that free 15-minute call with me to talk about enrollment to see if you qualify. And also, you can also book some time Akashic record reading, or some tarot reading. You can go to my website, heartofinspiration.net. It's kind of under construction a little bit. We're revamping it, so bear with us while we do so, and while I figure out what the next steps are for that. But you can go there and book that as well. All right, gang. Thank you guys for being here. This was fun. I don't get the opportunity to do this as often as I used to, and I'm really enjoying it. I am really, really. What's radius? I don't know. Did I say that right? Okay, hopefully I got that. All right, guys, we're going to get on off of here. You guys have been hanging with me for about an hour. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that too as well. Thank you so much. And we will be seeing you all again this week. Okay? Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Bye, guys. Oh, there's a question here. We will be doing another Reiki weekend. So let me make that church announcement real quick. The next Reiki weekend, it'll be Reiki and meditation. So Reiki, attunement, and meditation weekend will be coming up April 10th and the 11th. It'll be a workshop, about 3 hours each day or so. So mark your calendars, April 10th and the 11th. That will be a Reiki weekend where you can get your Reiki 1, your Reiki 2, or your Reiki Master Attunement. And then one of the students from my certification course will be coming and teaching various methods of meditation for the purpose of astral travel. Okay? For the purpose of astral travel. So we'll be putting more information out there on that. That is going to be, I believe that weekend we're going to have that for $197. Okay? So that is going to be for the purpose of astral travel and then also your attunement. All right? So that'll be something we'll be putting up very soon. So be on the lookout for that. And the church announcements should be done now. But if you want to get in on that certification, click the link tree and book with me. All right. I'm seriously out of here now. I'm going to go and I'm going to go meditate and work on a few things, okay? I will see y'all soon. Bye-bye.